Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. I don't know what Pink's deal is, but the fact that they haven't attacked us yet by turn 48 generally means that they won't be attacking us. Usually the Draken tend to go nuts on a neighbor pretty early, and the fact that they didn't attack us yet, like I'm saying, implies that they won't be attacking us. So I think we might be able to make friends. Now, we can see green a little bit. We can see blue a little bit. I have no idea where purple is, but my suspicion would be that purple is on the northwestern edge of the continent, just based on the way players often spawn. So probably purple's on the other side of red, basically. I think it behooves us to make a friend. So after we get Central Market, I might want to pick up Diplomat's Manse. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw it in the queue. It's nice to have a friend to put your back against. It's nice to have a direction you can be reasonably sure you won't be attacked from. And I think that we need to make a little bit of money. We need to finish our megapole, and we need to attack red. And I don't know necessarily that those things need to go in that order. So we have a lot of people on money. That's right, we need to keep these dudes on food until winter ends. We have a lot of people on money, and we're really not making the kind of cash I would like. We gotta retrofit this hero, right? Yeah, and then we attack as soon as this army is finished being retrofitted, because red's just gonna keep getting further ahead, and we know red has access to higher level resources. So the longer we wait, the more likely they are to be ready for us. And us catching up is unlikely. If we let them pull too far away, we're unlikely to be able to attack them until, like, such time as we have Tier 2 Palladian and Adamantian resources, which is to say about 1 million years from now. So, our optimal window is closing, basically. Alright, here's hoping that all of our ships survive being struck by lightning. Unfortunately, we have no move, or I would just, like... Oh, actually... Seasons change... Nope. Didn't matter. But nobody died. Apparently, the weather strikes before the season change happens. Alright, well, I don't know purple, so I can't really antagonize them, so I'm stealing these pearls. I don't think they track your, excuse me. I don't think they track your diplomatic modifiers before meeting you. So I think it should be safe to steal these pearls. Also, with winter over, I was hoping that our dust per turn would jump up, and no, not really. Now keep in mind we are only 10 gold, or only 5 gold rather, off of activating a booster, and we are finishing our we're finishing a gold extractor right now. Okay, so what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? What are we going to do with all of our units and stuff? We have a lot of ships, and we would definitely be making more gold per turn if I merged these ships together and even stuck them into a garrison. So that's probably what we should do after we get these pearls and now that we've searched this ruin. Let's go have a look at red cities. We definitely want to expand, and red is in our way. Which city would I go for first? This city is newer and probably weaker. But this city, by dint of being older, is going to have more buildings in it. We have to watch these red naval groups. We have to make sure that they're not near our near our ocean when we declare war. It looks like he is pulling back. What is this? Oh. Okay. I guess we're going now. Alright, I think actually I'm going to have 2 of my ships here return to the garrison. And again, this is just a cash saving measure. We don't have to pay the upkeep for units that are garrisoned. But one of them needs to keep exploring, because we need to keep finding ruins and stuff. Okay, red's declared on us. So let's see. We can see an army. He's got Ice Wargs with 89 attack and 91 damage, 186 defense and 186 health and 51 defense. So his units are not, like, they're not considerably better than mine, and we have range on him. So I feel okay about this. I don't love that he got the drop on us, because that means that he's ready. And I was hoping to catch him flat-footed. Alright, we don't have any compelling... Yeah, we don't have any compelling accessories. Well, I guess we're ready to go. I suppose we should head north and attack this city, just so that we're meeting his army. I was hoping for a little bit more time. I wonder if Pink could be talked into fighting him. Oh, hey, look, it's a bunch of red dudes. Just Ice Works, though. The game gives them tremendously superior odds here, but I don't think that that's going to bear out. Now, I will say we have to be pretty careful. We do not have a lot of health on our archers, and so we're going to be in potentially a pretty dangerous position as far as his cavalry rushing my archers goes. Okay, who's first? This guy is first in initiative order. He's gonna rush, and I think we want to target him with everybody. Ah. And of course, our unit does 0 damage on first attack, because it just wouldn't be a battle if we didn't get horribly outmatched by a guy who has the same stats we do. Okay. He didn't even have that much morale. Okay, so we're going to lose a lot of dudes really fast. That was an interesting decision. You definitely did not have orders to attack that guy. You had orders to attack this guy, and he was trying to move around because the cliff is awkward. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, cavalry versus archers is bad for the archers. Fairly consistently. On the plus side, our archers do have higher initiative. Really? One? Guys, I need you to step it up just a little bit. So one of the main problems that we are facing here is that we are actually, do I want you to move back? I want you to move this way. One of the main problems we're facing here is that we're having to fight with lower morale because they got to start in a ball on the first turn, which meant that the ones in the middle had a significantly higher morale, because you get +1 morale for every adjacent friendly. But the guys who are rushing us and taking 0 damage and doing max damage on their attacks didn't actually have a whole lot of extra morale. They were getting some pretty anomalous results there. So really, what I'm saying is this is a heartening result. The dice completely favored red on this, to a degree that, frankly, is a little bit silly. And we still came out on top. This bodes very, very well for us in the long run. We're going to have to be extremely careful, though, to take good advantage of our surroundings and of terrain. We cannot afford... How many dudes can I pull off of dust without going negative? Okay. We cannot afford to fight sort of straight in the open. We need cliffs and stuff like we had there to keep them not directly on us. Okay, it's no longer winter, so you can do that. You can do this. Actually, we need a warg. Okay. In 4 turns, we'll have the megapole, which hopefully will help us pump out units a little bit faster. I forgot to... I'm so completely in my head over the war that I kind of forgot that we had other stuff to move. Alright, you get to jump in the garrison. Oh, purple was the Forgotten, and they are dead. Okay, that's actually pretty bad. I mean, hooray that the Forgotten are dead, but it's pretty bad in the sense that I saw the glow of a ruin down here. Yeah, there it is. See that particle effect through the fog a little bit? It's pretty bad in that that means that somebody consumed another player already, and as such is a tremendous danger to us. Diplomat's Manse, unfortunately, is going to take forever to become available. I don't think we really want to go pushing on red now. We know that they have an army of effectively infinite size because it's the AI on Endless, and that's how that works. So if we move our army out to attack, they can move their army in. They can move their 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 12th armies in to attack. So I think we want to probably push this city rather than that one, simply because we can't afford to send our army very far away from our city. They sort of made the decision for us. If we had gotten to declare the war, we would have moved our army up to here, declared, attacked, like blitz this and try to burn it, and then from there we could have decided what we were going to do. Now keep in mind, we can see the positions of their armies, so we know we do have a little bit of warning. There's a lot of pink dudes in my territory, pretty much all the time, I feel like. Makes me nervous. Alright, getting our central markets going, we can push this city to Happy, this city to Fervent, and this city to Happy. Wouldn't be enough to move the Empire up to Fervent. I think I might pull some of these guys for Dust. I don't want to go negative, but... Or, not Dust, but Science. We can take 1 turn off of this. I really don't want Pink to decide we look weak, basically. Which they will do, sure as you're born. And, I want you to come out and grab these pearls. Okay, that is not the side I wanted you to come out on. Why would you launch on the side where the lightning is? What's wrong with you? Alright. So we don't see an army coming from the north. We can get a little aggressive. This city is pretty large. It would be a real boon to us to get that. Alright, where is this ruin? Come on, something really cool. 6 glass steel is not cool. That is not a cool thing. I'm disappointed. Now, I don't particularly want to push with 5 units. I think we'll get manhandled pretty badly if that happens. But waiting is horrible. Waiting just always feels like the worst. And now, they have armies that are composed entirely of Gelderus. I think it's really strange, by the way, that we have Gelderus, and Pink has Gelderus, and Red has Gelderus. That means that there's a ton of Gelderus regions. Which is beneficial to whoever is able to unite a couple of them. Here, let's fall back and pick up our dude. If I'm not going to push with these guys, I don't need to be up here. But because Red has armies that are composed entirely of Gelderus, they can move 6 spaces a turn. Although, they can't actually move 6 spaces a turn in our territory because our territory is so heavily forested. So we've got this stuff coming in. We have some Quicksilver. The Quicksilver will help with our happiness. The tier 2 and 3 luxury resources give you 10 approval. So if I got some central markets up, and then popped the, they would take the cities to 80, and then we pop the Quicksilver, the cities will go to 90, and then we're at Fervent. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a pipe dream right now. Don't you dare declare war on me. I think Pink is threatening us. There's no other reason to have a group of dudes running around this deep in my territory. Okay, we got our Megapole. We can pump units out pretty quickly. We don't actually have the titanium to produce huge numbers of optimal dudes, but we can produce a lot of dudes. We can switch some of the designs to using glass steel, and then we could pump out a ton of glass steel troops to support whatever titanium troops we can afford to build. I'd love to get a central market here. How much would it cost to just buy one? $7.55. Trying to figure out. We could reassign some number of people to. We can reassign some number of people to Dust. I do want Diplomat's Mance to finish earlier. We're in a delicate spot here. The right decision and the wrong decision will have tremendously different outcomes at this moment. Alright, can we get actual vision on these dudes? 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. We're close enough to the city that if this army rushes us and attacks us, the city garrison should be included. Although, that's right, our governor is injured, isn't he? Let's fix that. As long as we don't give him any gear and he doesn't really gain levels, his resurrection will be very cheap. We should probably give him gear, though. He's on the front line of a war. And it's not terribly expensive to just do basic equipment, especially if you don't have to pay the dust cost of the weapon. Alright. So I probably want to produce another unit here. I'd love to get the central market and get that speedier build from being fervent, but is it worth 4 turns of not making units? Probably. It'll probably be fine, because in 2 turns we'll start making units in Renar, and Gadak has 67 industry, while Renar has double that. Yeah, it should be fine. We should be okay. Let's search another ruin. 50 dust. Okay, I like that better than some glass steel. Alright, what we really need to do is to get a second army going. We'll have much more ability to push red cities if we have a second army. This is an army composed entirely of masterminds. What a strange choice. But if we attack them right here, I think we're close enough that their city will reinforce. Now, masterminds really are not very good. These dudes have 31 attack, so even our weak-ass archers have twice that in defense. So they'll do half. The masterminds will do half damage on every attack, half or 0, and that means we'll only be taking 20 per hit. We don't have quite as much life as I would like. We took army defense boost 2 on our hero, which is probably actually gonna pay some pretty significant dividends. So, like, if I attacked them, yeah, you can see the city is well within the area of the battle. I think I'll just let them come to us. My suspicion is that they will, in fact, come to us. Once we get Diplomat's Mance finished, we'll move a couple of these dudes over to Industry. Yeah, this city is a big win for us, if we can get it. So we definitely want to be following Najnizolia with at least 2 archers. Did they black spot me again? Yeah. Alright, do I want to just push... No, I think we want to push up and grab Natural Architect. And then, obviously, Winter Immunity at some point. If we attacked from here to here, the battle area goes out in both directions, 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, yeah. It still would include the city. And it wouldn't include our city, because it would go back 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. I'm pretty sure that doesn't include our city. We can actually get a read on this. No, can you show me if I went like this? Yeah, it just barely doesn't include our city. Oh, sorry, it goes back 4 spaces, not from the space, but from the line between the spaces. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't get our city. I don't really want to fight their whole garrison and an army of masterminds, because I don't know what's in that garrison. Okay, so like I said, we want to have at least 2 archers following Najnizolia's army so that they can come in on the reinforcement spaces on turn 1. Do I see anything else of value out here? We're looking for ruins and pearls. There are ruins along the edges of the world pretty frequently, like this. So we really do have to go all the way out to the sides. It's interesting that after declaring on us, Red didn't send any naval units out. I was kind of expecting our control of that ocean to get compromised pretty quickly, and I was just trying to buy time. Okay, we can pop our gold. And then in just a few turns, we can get our Quicksilver out. Yeah, with the markets and everything, we're gonna be in a pretty good place resource-wise. I don't know, maybe I'm being too cautious. Maybe I should just attack and because it is just an army of masterminds, and their garrison funneling in through the reinforcement slots over time isn't really that bad. Alright, well, they let me do this in a way that includes my city garrison, so that's extremely not that bad. Alright, somebody made a okay. Red wants to tell me that they like some of the things I'm doing, but they still hate me because, you know, it's the AI. We got Diplomat's Mans, and we just had the Anomaly influence event. So we have a bunch of influence to play with. Let's get Imperial Highways so we can build some roads through our forests. I'll deal with that in just a second. Let's also see what we can do with pink. Worried. I don't really have a lot of stuff to give you, nor do I want to give you much stuff. Wow, they love glass steel, though. We could get a tech off of them. Maybe even a good tech. What do they have access to? Hell yeah, let's take Imperial Highways, and we'll give them, like, what? What is it, 40-ish glass steel? Because we have way more glass steel than we need. Alright. Peace, the ability to make trade routes that we can then trade with them using. Free tech, yeah, this is fantastic. This is a wonderful deal. Very much in our favor. Bulk resources, guys. It's good stuff. We probably don't need another minor faction assimilation slot. I don't think that any of our other minor factions are particularly compelling. We should definitely pick up management sciences. We have a lot of terrain with forests and hydrology probably also. We can use our industry surplus to get a larger industry surplus, and then, you know, via this feedback loop, we can really mess them up. We can get the ability to produce a huge war machine. Oh wait, this is not... Sorry. I thought this was cliffed, but I think, yeah, this is movable. Alright, so one of their guys has higher initiative than our archers. But basically, by the time they get their turn, they're going to be pretty messed up. So... yeah, I mean, we just, like, focus them down one at a time. It's best for us to target this guy, I guess. Alright, because if the archers can remove this guy, then that prevents one attack against our melee troops. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4... you can't actually hit it. So you move to here. Just trying to make sure we can get maximum violence onto this dude. Unfortunately, our hero is not going to be able to hit him either. Okay. Yeah, if we can kill this guy with our archers, we can prevent an attack against the wargs before the wargs' turn. Okay. 0 damage is pretty bad. To be fair, that guy is on a forest space, which gives plus defense, and he's in the middle of a bunch of his teammates, which gives him plus morale, which is also plus defense. That said, us doing 0, even the worst possible result on the attack table, has you doing 0 damage a quarter of the time, so we really shouldn't have dealt as little damage to him as we did, even considering his morale. Wow, 69, huh? That's a hell of a number to deal, given their damage value. Boy, we sure dealt 0 damage to that guy an awful lot of times. Again, you can see on the attack success odds chart at the bottom of the screen here that the worst possible chart still doesn't have you dealing 0 damage very often at all. So I'm not really sure. Basically, the die rolls have been extremely not in our favor. We're getting really, really bad randomness here. And that's basically what it's going to take for them to be in this war at all. We have more ranged units than they do, and I don't want to oversimplify things. I don't want to imply that there's not a lot going on in the combat system, because there is. But he who has the most ranged units generally wins. It's just sort of how wars work. Alright, I'd like to keep 2 or maybe even 3 wargs in the front army, but unfortunately they keep dying because they're melee troops. You know how this is. Alright, can we get vision of that army? I'd love to know what is in it. That's not going to give me vision. It's the same distance. Alright, I guess we'll get vision from the cliff here. They have to come toward us. Okay, looks like there in fact are no... Okay. Oh no, there is a ruin too. I was going to say there are no ruins over here, but the last space to be revealed by us shows different. So red doesn't like... or pink doesn't like red, rather. Pink actually hasn't met... Or no, I don't get to know because I haven't met their northern neighbor. So we gotta make an effort to do this, to meet these other players. The ship running up, our loose exploration ship running up along the coastline of the continent can deal with that. Hopefully. We're making a little bit of money now. It sucks that we really need to advance our sciences. And it sucks that we're bottlenecked on that by combat resources. So now you can see Red has 3 more armies. Despite having just lost 2 full-size armies, Red has 3 more armies on our border. They keep moving them in and out, but... Alright, I don't love this. Like I said, I really, really, really want to have wargs. So we should make right-of-way a priority. We're going to make a lot of money off of right-of-way. Being able to trade with pink, most likely. And we're going to benefit tremendously from having a road. I think you make roads to adjacent regions, regardless of the region's diplomatic stance with you. So right of way for us, allowing us to take a road through the forest to Red is a big deal. Alright, we're going to search this ruin, and then we're going to start this guy up the coast, and we're going to try to meet as many players as we can up here. Oh, interesting. This facility went back to neutral. So we should try to take this, because obviously a titanium facility would be wonderful. Let's mobilize the troops, shall we? Now, the Pink being worried about the weakness of its navy, I think means that we don't have to worry about Pink taking any ocean regions or anything. So we might be able to secure a little bit more water than I thought. We're going to have to take a city or two from Red before we can get peace, but that was the plan anyway, so don't feel too bad about it. Yeah, see, like, this sucks. Only not even being able to make it all the way to Gadak in a single move. The roads will be nice. Alright, it's gonna unfortunately be a little while before Najli Zolia has any of the good skills. Okay, so this is mostly Masterminds. It's Mastermind 6s. Unfortunately, we can't see their stats. At some point, we're gonna start running into troops that have, yeah, there it is, the next level of strategic gear. And these guys are dangerous. Now notice they only have 56 defense naturally. Ice Wargs have, apparently, pretty bad defense. Hopefully we can exploit that enough to not have to get totally wrecked by them. They have 43 initiative. My Warg has a lot less, but my archers have more. Okay, as long as our archers have higher initiative than their cavalry, we have a good chance, I think. So this is a boarding vessel, a fire ship, and an artillery ship. Should be a pretty easy kill. Let's group up here. Really? I extremely don't agree with this prediction. Now notice the positions of the lightning here. We might be able to use this to our advantage. So this guy goes first. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's give him something to attack here. Alright. So we definitely want to try to get somebody adjacent to the artillery ship. Artillery ships lose a lot of their attack and damage when fighting something that's next to them. The lightning is going to play a big role here, though. Well, that sucks. Yep, and I said the lightning was going to play a big role because ships are stupid and we'll move into lightning for no reason, basically. You move to here. We're going to have to like very carefully micromanage our troops' movements when we can. Fortunately, we go before everybody else. Okay. It sucks that we lost 2 ships there. 2.5 ships, really. But this should be completely uncontested now. I don't know how many fortresses there are in this region. I assume that there's some up here. But we might be able to take the entire region. That would be pretty cool. Okay, we can't really afford to build out. This wouldn't be a terrible time to take a unit cost reduction, especially since taking it doesn't deny us another tier anywhere else, so I think we're going to. It's a small enough reduction that it rarely actually matters. But, like, this is a pretty good situation for it, where it, again, is not costing us anything else, or... Okay, so now we have some roads in place. Kind of waiting to see what these guys do. What are they going for, Renard? That's not going to work. I think we're going to have to... Yeah, we're all in range of that. The number of units that you would have to fight to beat Renard is, like, crazy. I think we're going to have to make a... sorry, not this. We're going to make a new unit design that is just... no strategics. Tier 2 longbows, maybe? I'm thinking that the difference in damage between the short bow and the longbow matters a lot more when you're not using a strategic. Okay. Yeah, this is basically just like a shitty ploy to get us not able to push them for a couple of turns. It's not, when I say shitty, I don't mean that it's a bad plan. I mean it's like, it's a real dick move. Ooh, Dust Orchid. I guess parlay. Let's see if they give us a cool quest. Give them 2 boarding vessels. No, I don't think we'll be doing that. We need our boarding vessels. Okay, Dust Orchid is fantastic. This is like one of the better resources in the game. So next turn we'll be able to pop this. It'll push us up to Fervent, probably. I say probably because there's some waiting that happens, like... the capital, which has our largest population in it, will only actually go up by 5%. So I'm not 100% sure how things will actually work out. Okay, we have to move some of these guys over to industry. I know we're hemorrhaging dust a little bit, but like, there's a lot to be said for making this central market happen as quickly as possible. Okay, so 33 dust per turn for 3 turns. I think I'm going to go ahead and eat it. I want that really badly. We actually won't also be losing 33 dust per turn. Once we break the siege here, this city will be, its production will go up again. Alright, well, obviously... and we'll get on that in just a second, but first... let's head north and see what the deal is with this fortress. Because it looks to me like it's not... the space is not colored. Purple had this ocean region, but I wonder if they like took it over and then moved their ships away, and then neutral vessels came and cleared it out. Alright, so they let us build up an awful lot of defenses here. Alright, so the Ice Warg 4 is actually a pretty dangerous thing. It's also very low initiative. Oh, okay. The difference between Ice Warg 4 and Ice Warg 5 is that these have improved initiative stuff on. Okay, I see how they're doing it. So we want to try to engineer a situation here where it's difficult for that Warg to get to us. How fast is he? It's this... no, it's this one. He has 5. So there's a lot of forest. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, we have a lot of range. Actually, we can put our Warg here to function as a blocker. 2, 3, 4, 5. So anything here could also be attacked. But we can do something like this. Maybe like... I might have to accept that he just gets to hit one of my archers. Yeah. There's not really anything I can do. I can move the hero to that position instead. Yeah. Okay. And then actually, this guy is our first target. This guy is far more important that this guy dies than anybody else. Yeah, I guess the people over here are kind of locked by the people who are very slowly going to move. Actually, the people over here can probably aim at the fast warg with the reasonable assumption that he will move forward enough for them to fight him. Yeah, and damage to our hero is a lot less meaningful than damage to the other archers. Wow. 125, huh? It does seem like the AI always gets damage and a half on their attacks, basically no matter what the attack table says. Sometimes it's a little frustrating. Also, I don't like that our archer here moved into the reinforcement slot. Okay, yeah, everybody kill him. Make sure that doesn't happen again. Once the wargs are down, then it's the mastermind 6s. I mean, they all have really high damage and attack values. Basically, like, numbers they can't have. I'm very curious to see what their gear looks like. They must be in some serious equipment, like actually full adamantine and palladium armor in addition to weapons, because otherwise there's no way to get these numbers, especially off of a mastermind who has very low starting values. Something very strange is definitely up with the numbers we're seeing here. All right, yeah. Now it's just a matter of focusing on one at a time. I really appreciate that they go after the heroes first, which is, in case you're not aware, the worst possible move. Because it helps limit the amount of actual damage that we take. Okay. Anyway, we should have seen a lot more 80s. You can see down here the chance of doing damage and a half, even on the most favorable attack table, is only 20%. One in 5 attacks in the absolute best case scenario do damage and a half. But we were definitely seeing damage and a half on their attacks a lot more frequently than 1 in 5 were. Alright, good. They're attacking the militia. That is also very low impact. Okay. I really hate that we're losing all of our wargs every battle. We need to have a lot more titanium. So this fortress should help a lot. It'll help a lot more if we can capture the whole ocean region. Alright, you guys just merge in. So, I don't think that Red will ever be able to conquer us, basically. I think that they are already throwing units at us that are unbelievably expensive in order to have the numbers that they have. And they are doing a terrible job of conquering us. I'm going to transfer as many... I want to fill up Gannick's garrison completely with the basic archers. We are one turn off of... Oh no, this is the turn. This is the Quicksilver turn. Okay, it pushed us to 90%, but it still says happy. This could be a rounding issue. It might be like 89.8% or something. So unfortunately... Oh no, we have 2 turns until this finishes, and that'll push us up to an Empire level of Fervent. Okay. We can win this war. It's going to be a little costly, unfortunately. I was hoping that Red would still be sort of flat-footed, but I guess we waited too long for that. Come on. Please let this be unoccupied. Oh, it is, and it's got more titanium and mithrite. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, I don't really want to push obviously. I think we want to save up for another Ice Warg. And the reason I think the Ice Wargs are worth it is, first of all, they really do have pretty good damage, and secondly, they absorb more hits than our Rangers do. We need that meat wall. I don't know why these guys are just parked on top of my gold. What are you dudes doing? Also, I'm wondering what's up with Red's navy. Pink doesn't have a navy, right? And Pink is at war with Red. It'd be really cool if Pink would maybe, like, help me out here, by the way. So Red's navy is somewhere else fighting someone who isn't Red. But I don't know, like, where they could possibly be. Alright, I think we're just waiting. Like, we need to construct some more troops here. I don't know how many cities we have to take away from Red. I'd be happy with at least, honestly, one city. I feel pretty good about one city. And then we can try to settle on an island or something, too, if Red hasn't settled them all already. Oh, I was hoping that was going to make the region orange. So there's another... Okay. There's another thing here as far away as possible from us. So we can see this. Okay, these are Vaulter buildings. If green is the player who eliminated purple, I'm a little concerned. We want to beat green, but I don't think I want to beat green badly enough to not capture this sea region as quickly as possible. Green has ships. We can see that here. So we really, really need to get control of this before green comes and takes away any of our stuff. But I love having 2 titanium facilities. That's going to really, really help. God, that's good. Okay. We don't want to push forward yet. Our hero's healing, but as soon as we have the Warg, I'm going to try to get aggressive. We see armies here. Boy, I hope that one's pink. The resources you have to spend on a mastermind to make it actually good at combat, like it's insane, man. It's bananas. Dells. Okay, I don't see the sea region named Dells, so that sea monster is officially not my problem. Pink has a high-level hero. That's cool. They're coming over with another army. Not the developed Ice Wargs. Ice Warg 3 is not too scary. Okay, yes, this was a pink army. That's really good for us, actually. If we're able to break this army, and we press forward now, we know that we won't get flanked by red dudes. So we gotta kill this army and then try to take this city. It would be bad for us if this fell to pink, though. We gotta be on this. Honestly, we'll probably push forward with the full force of all these basic archers. Now that we only have to worry about enemies coming from one direction, you know? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let these guys do what they do. We're gonna make sure we're microing this ship as quickly as possible at the beginning of each turn via the most efficient possible path. Fortunately, there's a lot of turbulence between us and where we're going. That's very helpful. Yep, they're sieging the capital again because they think that's a good idea. Oh no! This is where Red's navy went. They went west through the ocean, through all of this. Ugh, alright. I bet they do have an island or two. Alright, let's take care of this. I am very confident for our ability to win this war with Pink actually pushing through that city. I think that bodes very, very well for us. Alright, so let's have a look here. We probably want to set up pretty far back. Like, We don't have any blockers right now, but you gotta remember the troops coming into the reinforcement slots are mostly going to be ranged as well. Now, I believe they can't path through the city. I think that's the case. Alright. So this is the guy that goes first. He has 6 move. He has improved movement. So he's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably. Then we all shoot at him. Some number of us are not going to get to fire a meaningful shot on this first turn, but there's no way for me to make everybody able to shoot without exposing us a little bit. And even the low equipment wargs have a lot of damage. These ice wargs are powerful units. I like these guys a lot. So where could we put our guys to be like pretty safe but also pretty dangerous? We could try grouping up in this corner, where we're a little bit more likely to have some shots to take. I want the troop that's up here actually to be the highest initiative, so that they'll be able to shoot at this guy. Because if this guy dies before this troop shoots, then this troop is going to run down the hill, and we don't want that to happen. We want to... And we do want to ball up our units a little bit and have a... you know, get the bonus morale from having lots of adjacency. So I'm going to try this. This is a little bit aggressive, and it's going to guarantee this guy the ability to hit him. Maybe that's not a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, no, it's not you. It's you. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Hitting the hero is not a big deal. Okay. So you are going to focus on... Well, actually... Who do I want to shoot? Because we can shoot at this guy and deny him a turn. Let's do that. Somebody wants to kill this dude before he gets the chance to go again at the beginning of next turn. We can have that be the back troops. I keep forgetting that we have 4 range. Like, all that stuff I said about this guy, making sure we had a spot where he could fire from high ground without having to move, was contingent on the fact that he'd have to move to fire, but here we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, the huge range is really powerful. Alright, so... we want to make sure that a couple of units are focused on this guy who goes first, though. Let's try to make sure that he doesn't get to go first twice. Okay, that's pretty good. And this is what I was hoping to see. A lot of 50s and 80s. Alright, do we have another archer? We do, but she moved out of range instead of moving into range. That's like a pretty weird decision. And our Ice Warg chose not to attack, instead opting to run toward anything that's not a threat. Thanks, guy. Alright, well, we have enough damage that we should be able to bring down all 3 of them without letting them attack again, I think. Yeah, okay. And our Ice Warg is, I think, going to be able to attack him, right? 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh no, we only have 4 move. We don't have any improved movement at all. What a bummer. I can't believe we weren't able to finish this guy off before he got to attack. Okay, but a very, very low impact battle there for us. And we're getting a lot of good XP on our governors. Speaking of governors, we gotta buy Weaver Sea, go back again. I keep forgetting. He keeps getting wounded, and I keep forgetting to buy him back. Okay. Do I know that this guy's pink? I think this is a pink army. I'm pretty sure. Alright, I think we just get as aggressive as possible. Bring all of the basic archers. Everybody come along. We can let pink push along the north here. Well, we got to make sure we take this city. Because if pink closes us in, that's going to be really awkward, you know, considering that they're our ally and everything. I can't really fight them. Okay, so what's the deal with the water over here? I'm wondering if we can maybe... no, I don't know. I was going to say, I'm wondering if we can maybe pursue peace quickly enough to stop red from screwing up our stuff over here. Like, take that city right away at the beginning of this coming turn, and then try to get a truce out of them, which will prevent them from attacking our stuff in neutral territory. The oceans just won't be safe until red is dead, I think is what we're learning here. So we have one more tech before we can push into the next era. I think, as much as I love hydrology, and I do, I think it's got to be Imperial coinage. We've seen many times over the last couple of games how incredibly valuable Imperial coinage is. We are nowhere near Dust Orchid stockpile. These guys have 7 move because they have crazy gear on. I'm sure this is undefended. I'm sure we could take this. The problem is there's no way to prevent them from taking this. I wonder how many land regions purple or red still has. Well, I think we're gonna lose control of this this middle ocean area, and there's nothing we can do about it. It sucks. Alright, I'm building science buildings because I think the war with red is winding down. Thanks to our allies. Let's move to here so that we can move these guys into a position where they can assist in the siege. Yep. Really? They're just gonna attack us? Interesting. Okay. The game thinks that they will definitely win this. They have these better wargs. And they have a hero whose stats are actually pretty bad. Okay. Well, I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to be able to take this city from them this turn. Okay, they have at least one more land region beyond. The gold ran out. Nothing we can do about that. Alright. They have 3 wargs who have incredibly high stats. They're faster than our guys, and they have enough damage to one-shot our guys. They have 208 attack to our 37 defense. So each of these wargs will kill 1 archer. There's literally nothing we can do about that. We just have to hope that they go after the... Oh, no, wait. Okay, we want to do, like... We want this guy to move back to this forest space. And then this guy, I guess, to move to this forest space? And the basic archers that we brought with us are just going to get slaughtered. Oh, actually, only one of the wargs has enough damage to kill an archer on a normal. The other 2 wargs have to get the damage and a half result. Wait a minute, are you guys not all keyed on the same target? Why would that be? Okay, and their militia are at 45 damage, so not actually the scariest thing ever. Please focus on the wargs. I get what you're doing here, but really, 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 these wargs have to die. Alright, if we kill the wargs, the city is dead. Even if we don't finish off the city's defenders during this battle, if we kill the wargs, we will trivially finish off the city on our turn. Come on, good damage. Yeah, alright, that's what I was looking for. Even an undergeared warg is so dangerous. Alright, and I want you to kill the warg, but seriously, you have to get off the reinforcement flags. I hate it when the units choose to just stay on the reinforcement flags. So I'm trying to select this warg. I'm having a really hard time with it. Okay. Okay, so he goes after our warg. That's good because it'll deal some meaningful damage to him. Okay, and that's the end of that. This is our city now. We can pepper the defenders a little bit here. It would be really nice to kill them all now so that we don't have to worry about the city's fortification value. But these guys are easy. Okay, yeah, just make sure that you're moving off. I guess we didn't have anything come in this turn. It doesn't matter that you move off the reinforcement slots. Okay, we might lose one more archer. Conceivably. Okay. Yeah, we might conceivably lose one more archer to their hero, depending on whether we're able to kill her here. Okay, and that was a real ranger, not one of the basic ones, so that's a shame. On the whole, though, not that expensive. Alright, so we claim a new city with 10 population and... Oh, nice! The Husbandry Center. No Empire Myth, though, for some reason. Okay, so we just move everybody over to dust. This fixes our dust issues. And this is just a retreat. Now, Zolya is getting close to those good skills. She's almost a really effective commander. Okay, so... These guys used their action point already. You cannot defend. So I'm just going to take this from them. Oh no, I use my action point too, because retreating does that. What are you doing? Oh, I can't. I can't go to that spot. It's not a real spot. Okay, so this sucks. If we negotiate a truce with Red, we're not allowed to attack any of their stuff, and they're not allowed to attack any of our stuff under any circumstances for 20 turns. Which means that we can't get this back, basically under any circumstances. The only way for us to get this back would be for them to trade it to us, for us to convince them to trade it to us. I don't want to do that. The other thing we could do is completely wipe them out. Right, completely wiping them out on land would unlock all of the stuff on the water, and we could scramble for it really fast. We have a better navy than Pink does, we know that. Pink might honestly not have ships. It's possible that none of Pink's cities are coastal. So, we have some decisions that we have to make. What is this? This navy in the water is 2 of those good Ice Wargs. The Ice Warg 4 is fast, but doesn't have all the bonus damage, I think. And the Masterminds 5 and 6 are the ones that... I think Mastermind 6s are the ones that have, like, strategic armor. Like, their stats are way higher than they ought to be. And then he's got a Drider 3. We have no idea what the stats on this thing are. So, we could turn around. Let's see if Red is at all amenable to a truce. I guess we don't have to, no, okay. Yeah, alright, so... do we turn around? If we turn our army around, we can probably stop these guys from doing anything meaningful. But that means we won't be able to push Red here. I don't necessarily think that we're in any danger of Red taking Frida back, but I do think that it might be the case that Pink takes over all of Red's territory if we don't keep pushing, and that would be bad for us in its own way. As much as I don't really want to, I think we have to turn around. because I think we are in danger if red is allowed to use 2 full armies to attack our capital. I think we are in some significant danger. And if I just go basic archers, can I jam 2 out in 1 turn? No. So then I definitely do this. How far back can we get next turn? Next turn we can make it into Gadak. Tlatomosi Pakwa should be geared up. Sorry, I want this. Okay. Alright, so we have 2 geared heroes. We have a couple of real units there and a couple coming back. This is a pink army, I'm fairly sure. So might actually be helpful. Yeah, my concern is not that we have any realistic chance of losing this war to red, but rather that pink might overdo it on the conquering and put us in a position where in the late game it's difficult for us to beat them. Well, I think we're going to have to call it here for this episode. Come back next time to see if we can strike a very careful balance between obliterating our enemies and obliterating our allies. And we'll see you then.